Let's install your new Ranger Retrofit kit for your MPF-Equipped Vvolt Ebike. You'll need a Phillips screwdriver, a couple of 5mm hex wrenches, a 15mm and an 8mm box wrench. In your kit you'll find a battery, charger, discharge terminal, charge port, and adapter. We'll begin by powering down your factory battery and removing it. Now we'll use our 8mm box wrench to remove belt tension from the drive side. Use your 15mm wrench to loosen the axle nuts. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now we'll remove your belt, set it off to the side. Use both 5mm hex wrenches to remove the motor bolts holding your MPF motor. Loosen the front bolt, and you'll find after removing that middle bolt, the motor will just kind of fall right down. That's what it looks like underneath there. Bunch of wires and cables and hoses. Now we can use our number 2 Phillips head, preferably a little stubby one, to remove the 2 screws that secure the discharge terminal for the battery. Unscrew and carefully unplug the battery to motor wire. Now we'll just go ahead and pull that on out and disconnect the old charge port. Now we will unscrew the 4 screws holding the upper battery cradle into place. We can now easily remove the cable cover, and we'll go ahead and remove the old charge port. Helpful to use a flathead, but not totally required. You have now made it to the halfway point. Self-high five. Now we'll go ahead and install our new grounded charge port. Pop. We can now plug in our adapter to the discharge terminal and our charge port into the discharge terminal as well. There's only one way to do this, and we'll go ahead and run that adapter down into the motor cavity. Now we can install our cable cover. Yours may or may not be notched. And you can just kind of slide that lower discharge terminal into place. Now we'll go ahead and set our upper battery cradle into place and reinstall the lock. Note, we like to twist the key. Makes it a little easier to install that upper battery cradle. And now we'll go ahead and screw in those 4 screws to fix everything into place. It can take a little bit to get everything lined up, but just take your time, have some patience. We promise it'll happen. Line up the pins on the battery to motor connector and screw it in until snug. Now we can route our wiring, cables, and hose up into the motor cavity, being careful to not pinch any of those things. This can take some time, so just have some patience. My colleague coming in for a little assistance, and we can then install our motor bolts. If that last motor bolt is giving you some trouble, you can use a hammer to tap, tap, tap it on into place. Secure all 3 motor bolts and make sure they are nice and snug. Secure the discharge terminal into place with the 2 remaining screws. We're getting closer. Almost there. Okay. Route your belt over the belt ring. Use your 8mm box wrench to add tension back into the belt. Is that a bass guitar or a Gates carbon drive belt? Use your 15mm box wrench to secure your axle. Make sure it's nice and snug on both sides. The Gates Carbon Drive app is helpful for setting belt tension. You're looking for an average of about 55 Hz. Here we go. It's the moment of truth. We will install our new battery, we will secure it with our key, and we will power on our Vvolt e-bike. Great success! Have a great ride!